Now, one of the questions I get asked most on YouTube, Twitter, OnlyFans, wherever, is how do I become a better driver? And usually I just sort of palm people off and say,
big balls,
just do laps. And whilst it is kind of true that practice does make perfect, it does also help solidify bad habits and mistakes if no one is there to tell you what you're doing is wrong. And as such, we've seen the rise of the driver coach. There are so many different places now you can go and get someone to talk you through how to go faster, what you should do better. Now, I've never actually had driver coaching in sim before, but recently I came across something called Trophy AI, which, as it sounds, is just an AI driver coach.
You are experiencing a car accident.
I thought it'd be interesting today to try out this AI software and see if it can help me find some lap time around a circuit that I'm maybe already familiar with. I am by no means a esports level sim racer. I mean, I think I'm all right, but I'm not anywhere near the top guys. Let's see if this AI coach can help us get there. Before we get into this video though, I gotta show you guys something very special indeed. Check this out.
That's right, Moser have teamed up with Lamborghini to produce this gorgeous thing. This is the Asenza SV12 sim racing steering wheel. And apart from looking awesome and coming in this gorgeous box, it includes a 3D twill weave carbon fiber faceplate, an aluminium alloy frame, a 4.3 inch touchscreen LCD display, and some very fancy suede leather grips. If you're interested in checking out the wheel for yourself, there'll be a link down below in the description.
So this is Trophy AI, and I've never really used anything like this before. But I guess what I want to do is have the corner by corner coach that this seems to offer. So we're going to get that activated, and then I guess experience what this whole coaching program is. So it's asking us now to go and pick a reference lap. So what I'm actually going to do is go and set my own lap time and see if it can work just off that. So we've got our telemetry loaded. Let's now actually load the AI itself, which is over here. Hello.
Welcome to this session at Nürburgring, driving the Ligier JS P320. I'll be your racing coach, offering tailored advice as you approach each corner based on telemetry data. You'll need to complete a full lap first for me to start receiving the data. Once I have that, I'll give you brief, actionable feedback as you enter each corner to help refine your techniques. Let's focus on making every lap better than the last.
So as our little cute robot says, we are in the LMP3 car at the Nürburgring GP circuit. Traditionally, a combination I've not been very good at, so I'm hoping that we can find some speed here today in this car. We're literally watching my first lap around right now, so this might not be perfect. Probably gonna make some mistakes, and I've got a big AI thing right in my goddamn eye line that I should probably move. And for some reason, I've never ever got on with the Nürburgring GP circuit in sim. It's just not a track I've ever done well at. I don't know why. Seem to be able to drive it okay in real life, but I can't do it in sim, so figure that one out. But I picked the LMP3 because it's a car that it's got a bit of downforce, moves around a little bit. It's a car that I should be a lot better in, I think, but I've just never had that ultimate pace. So hopefully this little AI can help us find a bit of time. Right, okay, let's try and put a semi-decent lap in. 1:58.2. So I don't think that was awful, but could be better. So let's now pop that as our reference lap up in the telemetry here and see what the AI does with that information. So here's my time at 58.2, which is quicker than the other reference lap in there at the moment. But if we change to a different season, season 1 from this year, we can see that there's someone who's done a 54 pretty much, so nearly 4 seconds faster than the time I managed there in a race session as well. So the track temperature is slightly different, as is the air temperature, and I imagine the setup probably a bit wilder than what I'm running here. But my goal necessarily isn't to get to a 54, it's just to improve this 58.2. So we're going to use this as our reference lap. So if we look up in the top right now, we can see the apparent expert braking trace versus mine. You can see that as I whack the brake. If your brake looks like that, you're having problems, by the way. So we're going to try our best to match that, I suppose. And let the AI tell us where we can do better and where we can do worse. So yes, the LMP3 car, lots of traction control, which can be quite invasive, but no ABS, which means braking needs to be spot on around here, and I have no shame in telling you that braking in sim racing is one of the things that I struggle with most. So hopefully this AI can help out with that a little bit. If anything, the brake trace they have there looks a little bit stranger than mine. Mine's a bit sloppy on the way down, but the idea is we have a nice initial big hit and then peel off, especially in the bigger braking zones. But the LMP3 is a bit of his own beast, so we'll see how it compares, I guess.
For this hairpin, make sure to get into first gear at the apex for better control.
So first gear at the apex, alright. We'll do that.
Try to delay your throttle application by around 30 meters to improve your exit speed.
I'm not quite sure that's what it meant. Right, okay. Get it together, Jimmy. It's quite hard processing that info whilst you're going into a corner, but kind of cool to have that there to say, right, okay, be a bit later with your front application, be a bit harder with
Try
the
turning in
brake.
15 meters earlier to improve your line through this corner.
15 meters? What, here? They really want us to use that like little bit of green on the inside, it seems. This isn't going to be a better lap because, of course, we sort of messed up that corner, but some interesting advice so far.
Reduce your brake pressure by about 20% to improve time. Brake 10 meters earlier to improve both speed and control through the corner.
Okay, we've got a bit of both there. I have noticed one of the downsides to this AI is it does seem to trip over itself a little bit between corners. If there are two corners in very close succession, it sometimes can't get its instruction out for the first set of corners in time then for the next set coming after it. And you end up having that information being cut off a little bit.
Focus on braking 10 meters earlier and apply maximum pressure more quickly to improve your exit speed.
But what is that maximum pressure though? See, some people might sort of understand that as mash the brake as hard as possible in that corner, which you definitely wouldn't do. Here maybe you would. Brake came off a bit nicer, but it's still a bit like jerking on the way down. We're a bit smoother there.
Delay your throttle application by 30 meters to improve your cornering speed and exit.
What does that mean, delay by 30 meters? It's like, I feel like I just get on the throttle when I can get on the throttle, you know. We are going quicker at the moment, so I don't know if that's because of AI or me just getting used to the car.
Try to adjust your braking to hit your brake point 10 meters. Brake 10 meters earlier and accelerate earlier by 20 meters to significantly improve your speed through this corner.
Okay. Yeah, I messed up a bit there. I was a bit... Keep saying earlier, don't they? I was just trying to... I got a bit mixed up between that, the two corners where it overlaps a little bit. Oh, we're going faster!
Brake 20 meters earlier and ease into the brakes more gently to improve your entry into this hairpin.
Well, that was lovely until we had the slide. So it is starting to work with us.
Nice job on easing into the brakes more gently. Remember to adjust for an earlier braking point next time.
It's like, good job. You still f***ed it though.
Nice progress on braking
0.15
earlier
now.
and smoother this time. Keep working. This
Thank you,
time,
Dad.
start applying throttle a bit later, around 30 meters past the apex, to improve traction and exit speed.
What do you know? Much better exit. Wasn't sat in the TC.
Well done on applying the throttle later this time. It's helping improve exit speed.
All
Keep
right.
refining that timing.
Now that we're listening to it a bit more, it does seem to be helping us. Yep. A bit late into there. Lost all the time I gained by being a helmet. We'll have to see that.
Your braking was too hard and you turned in too early. Remember to brake sooner and smooth out your entry next time.
I get in school by a robot, man. This is so surreal. I don't know what to say here. I mean, I'm trying to concentrate so I can get a bit quicker and sort of make the most of this advice this AI has given me. But at the same time, it really does feel like it's giving good advice now that we've got a few laps under our belt. And it's a bit sketchy at first, but now it's like, okay, well, I can see where that time is, where you're improving.
Nice job. Your lighter braking was noticeable and helped in improving your entry speed through Vidal Chicana Part 1. Keep refining it.
Down to 57.0, so we've improved by 1.5 seconds now.
For RTL curve, focus on braking 5 meters earlier and reducing brake pressure by 20% for better control and traction. Well done on braking earlier and reducing pressure through RTL curve. It improved your control. Next time, try to delay throttle application a bit further to maximize exit speed.
Too late on the corner in there. It's a shame, because that was going to be probably a sub 57. Well, it still is. So our third 56, man. We're gaining nearly 2 seconds so far.
For valve-aligned curve, delay your turn-in by 15 meters to align your entry with the ideal line.
Nearly. It's starting to feel like the cameras of a circuit are almost. When you're being told, right, okay, delay it a little bit further, you do that and you feel the car just like grip in a different way.
Focus on applying the throttle 15 meters earlier to enhance exit speed and improve overall lap time through RTL curve.
Oh, I tried a bit earlier, a bit too early.
The throttle application is improving, but you can gain more by applying it even earlier for better exit speed.
I went wide there.
Keep going. Brake 10 meters earlier for better timing and control through Goodyear Cara.
Look at that relative.
For RTL curve, prioritize applying throttle 20 meters earlier to significantly enhance your exit speed. Good job improving the throttle application timing for RTL curve. Keep working on applying it even earlier to boost your exit speed further.
Come on, gigalap.
Through Vidal Chicane Part 1, work on quicker brake application and smoother entry by increasing aggression slightly for improved speed.
56.1. So like, if you're interested, here's the progression since we started the session. 58.2 was our first lap, and then we see we just gradually get quicker and quicker and quicker with this advice. It's good advice. Like, obviously I know on my first lap isn't going to be the best lap time, but to find 2 seconds and just being smoother and applying the brake in different places and getting on that throttle a little bit earlier, they aren't massive changes to do, but they all add up over the course of a lap, and it's why some people are doing 54s, 53s around here, because they're just nailing that every lap. And it's super interesting that my real life habits I have, hitting the brake pedal too hard for smooth corners, is definitely one of them. It's something that carries over to the sim and something that I'm now being picked up on by this AI coach. It is mad. So let's say in about 15 laps, I've found 2 seconds with this coach. This isn't paid or anything, by the way. This is me just spending my own money and trying this coach out for myself for you guys for a video, but I'm just astounded by that result. Now, out of interest, I'm going to change the reference lap to my reference lap, which apparently, according to this, is expert. It's not. And see if the AI can work on that or not. There's also a brake assist, a brake point assist thing here, so I'm going to pop that on and see if that helps me find that little bit extra time or not. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's like a beep or something, but it's on now. We'll see what it does.
Reduce your brake peak pressure by 10% and brake 5 meters. Increase your brake pressure by 15% on entry to improve control and hit the apex better in Hyundai N curve.
So, okay, that's really interesting. It's like a little series of beeps that you know when to brake. We'll try it for that and see if it helps.
Focus on increasing your minimum entry speed by 10 kilometers per hour in Haugheken.
Nearly. What does that mean? I mean, I got it right. Well, it definitely helps me hit that braking point, for sure, but like it's, if that's matching me just to the, my brakes up here, then I'm not really going to
Brake
go any
5
faster, I
meters
don't think.
earlier and maintain your speed with higher aggression into Haug Haken. In AMG Arena Part 2, consider being more decisive with your steering inputs on entry and adjusting your turn-in to be 10 meters earlier for better alignment with the corner's ideal profile.
There's a lot of auditory information going on.
But remember to keep reducing your brake peak pressure by 30% to optimize tire wear even further. In Vidal's Chicane Part 1, focus on braking 15 meters
I went
earlier
faster,
and apply
just.
less peak pressure for smoother entry.
Nearly at 55, man, that braking beep is really helping. I feel like it's cheating though. So it took me a while to improve there. I'm getting a bit sweaty now. Driver coaching in real life, if you're someone who wants to drive quick in real life, I'd recommend wholeheartedly having someone talk you through the fast and slow bits. But in sim, it's a bit more difficult because you haven't got that G-force telling you it's wrong or it's right, and having this AI constantly in your ear saying, well, try this, do that, try that, it's definitely improved my times. Whether I would have got here on my own, I can't tell you, I'm not sure. Probably, eventually. But to improve over 2 seconds in 15 laps at the start there is pretty nuts, and I reckon there is a 55 there if I just tidy it up a little bit, but this is a car and circuit that I'm not too great at, and you're seeing that through the mistakes I make, but definitely being ushered in the right direction here by this AI software. But that's Trophy AI. What do I actually think of this? I think it's a very cool tool to help you get up to a decent speed with a little bit of advice, but it does have a couple of downsides. First of all, if you're doing a car and track combination that isn't very popular, there isn't much data there, it seems. I mean, I had two options for lap time, a 158, which is where I started, or a 153, which is a long way ahead of what I can do currently, and it seems that that telemetry from what I could see wasn't quite correct, which makes me wonder if that 153 was an invalid lap time or not. When having the braking beep alongside the Mansell AI as well, there's a lot of information you're getting at once, and if you choose to use that braking assist, which helps you find the braking point at each corner, it's very cool to use in testing, but I could find myself relying on that a little bit. And whilst it's a good training tool, in real life you don't have that. So I think it's a nice idea to use it when you're just starting to learn, but if you're racing and using it for every race, then you're not really going to improve because you're just reacting to this noise as opposed to actually feeling out where the limit of the braking zone is in the car. And whilst I'm definitely not a professional sim racer, I think this sort of software is definitely suited to more people who are just starting to get into sim racing and maybe unsure on how to progress their lap times. I found a couple of seconds here today, and I think that's a mix of genuinely me just finding the time on my own and the AI. So the AI did help me a little bit, but I think I would have got to that time on my own regardless. If you're finding yourself like 10 seconds a lap off the nearest guy, this is a sort of software that's really going to help you bring that gap down. If you enjoyed watching this video, feel free to tap that like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And a big thank you to my channel members and the Patreons for supporting my content. Thank you so much. Take care, have an awesome day. See you all next time.